Hello and welcome to the Havoc ARK live stream. We're going to be fighting the Desert Titan today. But first, we got to run the Desert Cave. I've got my base just outside the entrance to the Desert Cave. But before we start, just a quick PSA. This Saturday, I'm going to be live streaming Anthem, the demo. That's going to be available this weekend for demo play, so I'm going to be live streaming that. So if anyone's interested in what that game might be like, how, you know, with the gameplay, the customization, any of that, hopefully that will give you some insight into the game. So that will be this Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Okay, so it's taken me a while to get here to the point where I can do this. I'm going to be running the Theriznos through the cave to get to the pedestal where we have to put the trophies. And then once I activate the Desert Titan, I've got a group of Argents here that I'm going to use to hopefully kill it. So I'm not sure where it's going to spawn me. I haven't seen a walkthrough or read a walkthrough on this yet. So I've run the cave before multiple times for the chitin. If you're looking for a lot of chitin, the Desert Cave is a great place to do it. I highly recommend Bread Megatherium. I couldn't find 2 high-level parents anywhere, so I did have 2 high-level Theriznos that I bred, so that's what I'm using. Still come out of it with quite a bit of chitin, though. Yeah, and actually... all my Argents do have Ascendant saddles on them, and that was actually one of the reasons why I had to run this cave multiple times in the past. So what we're going to need when we get there is we're going to need 100 Corrupt Heart, 10 Fire Talon, 10 Sarco Skin, and an Artifact of Chaos. We'll get the Artifact of Chaos in the cave. It's near where you activate the Titan. I brought twice the amount of materials, just so I wouldn't have to remember to bring them in the second time when I probably come in here to tame one. So let's just get right to it then. So as far as this cave goes, it's actually not too bad. In fact, I'd say it's probably easier than the Sunken Forest, the Forest Cave. These, what are they called? Rubble Golems are kind of a pain, but as long as you got some decent mounts, they shouldn't be too big of a deal. Alright. Yeah, and the cave here is pretty straightforward as well. I guess it's possible to get a little bit lost, but you shouldn't get lost for too long. It's not like Life's Labyrinth on the Ragnarok map where there's a maze or anything like that. Alright, let's just run past this guy. So hopefully, oh, and another thing I'm going to try too is when we get to the Desert Titan, I'm going to see if I can't try to tame it simply by hitting the nodes with either the Argent or the Terra. The goal isn't to tame it. I just want to see if it's possible to do it that way. I think it'd be kind of good to know if you could tame it simply by just hitting it with hitting the nodes with Pteranodon or Argent. When you're coming through here, I recommend maybe putting your dinos on neutral. Sometimes there will be mantises like that one hanging off the side, and while you're running past here, your dinos will go to attack it and fall in the water, and then you have to waste time getting your dino out of the water. But those mantises have a ton of chitin in them, so if your goal is to get chitin while you're down here, mantises are definitely a good way to do that. The Arthropleura also have quite a bit. Oh, and also, I don't know if you saw it, but like in the beginning of this cave, there are rare flowers. So if you got Theriznosaur and you've boosted their delicate harvesting, that's probably a pretty decent place to get rare flowers, silk, and those types of things. Yeah, so I could go, that's just a dead end, you know, so like a lot of these paths that kind of branch off the main path, you shouldn't get too lost. But yeah, compared to the forest cave, this cave is pretty sparse. Like there's not a ton of enemies, but if you're gonna come in here through on foot, that might be a little dangerous. There are a lot of Arthropleura, and they'll just eat away your armor. And nobody wants that, especially if you're wearing like some riot gear or something. Come on, guys. Yeah, so that's actually not the way we wanted to go, but as you could see, it was just a dead end, indicating, hey, turn around, you gotta go the other way. And, you know, if you fall into any of these streams, it's not a big deal. There's pathways to get back up. You know, it's just a little bit of a waste of time. I'm always paranoid that my dinos are gonna get snagged on something, and I'll leave them down here and forget about them. That's why I'm always looking behind me. Yeah, so 414 chitin just from those two mantises that were laying there. Alright, you guys go back on neutral. Wow, they just killed something that was level 580. Yeah, and just a quick note, I do have the Wild Dino max level cap at 300. I bring it up in almost all of my live streams, simply to say that, you know, someone will point out, hey, look at the level of Havoc's dinos. He's cheating, but it's just the level of the wild dinos, and actually it scales equivalent. So like, yeah, I have high level dinos, but the wild dinos I think can get up to at least level 600, which gets pretty crazy. I guess the one advantage to that, I guess, is like for harvesting. And for me, like, I kind of like having the higher level dinos because they just become more effective at harvesting. They become faster, so you can get around the map quicker. But again, as far as difficulty goes, with fighting wild dinos, it ratios equally, so. Alright, so we already made it to the pedestal. So as you can see, the cave isn't too terribly bad, as long as you've got some decent dinos to run through it on. So let's get everybody in here. I'm going to whistle them passive, just to make sure that they don't go jumping off the ledge. And I should already have an artifact in there. Yeah, I got 2 of them. But just to show you where they're at, or where it's at. What am I tripping? Well, it's like it's nearby. I forgot exactly. I put those artifacts in here a while ago. But it's not like hidden or anything. Like, you'll see it if you just look around a little bit. I'll leave some mystery to the cave run for everybody. Okay, so we got everything ready to go here. Alright, hopefully I don't make a fool of myself, which is definitely possible. So much suspense. I really like how they did that. Like, that's a really cool effect. Alright, where'd they spawn me? Okay, it looks like the Titan's gonna spawn right there. Alright, let's run my Theriznos back there. That's actually where my base is. Hopefully it doesn't try destroying my base. Took me forever to get that much metal. And I got my tech replicator in there and everything. Oh my goodness, come on, I don't got time for this. Okay, let's go grab the birds and we'll get started. I do have the materials necessary to... What's going on there? Electricity. It must be coming from the Desert Titan. I do have the materials to build the tech gear, like the tech chest piece and the tech boots and the tech gloves and helmet and everything. But I really wanted to try it just with the birds, you know, and see where that gets me. The Argents that I'm going to be using to fight it, they're bred from near perfect parents. So they're not perfect Argents. They do all have Ascendant saddles on them. And I've leveled them quite a bit. I've done a lot of orbital supply drops with them. So they're definitely veteran. Oh wow, it's already way over there. Okay, I'm going to drop off my Theriznos, run over, grab my birds. And I've got 14 Argents here. And yeah, it sounds like a lot, but you know, once you start breeding them, they kind of multiply. They exponentially multiply, as long as you get like a bunch of females, and then you have like one really high level male. Alright, let's see how the birds do here. Hey, what's up, Icarus? Yeah, this is single player. But I am thinking about hosting a server soon. If I can get enough subscribers to justify hosting a server. Okay, so I've got electricity on me. I don't know what that means. Okay, it did some damage is what it did. Again, I didn't look up a walkthrough or anything, so I don't really know what's going on. I know it's got nodes. Okay, yeah, so the birds are doing some damage. I also brought this Spyglass that shows the stats. So, let's see here. Oh man, my guys are going through it quick. Alright, so I'm gonna see, let's see here. Let's look at the nodes, try to find them. You are being targeted by a flock. It must be those little things flying around. Okay, so I'm not seeing any nodes, but my archers are making quick work of this thing. And, you know, I'm not sure if level 1500 is normal, but if level 1500 is normal for these Titans, then yeah, my Argents are OP for this. In which case, I apologize. Like, I hope this isn't a waste of your guys' time, because I am going through this thing super fast. Yeah, if anybody in the comments section or chat knows if level 1500 is normal, please let me know. Typically, wild dinos and bosses scale with a wild dino max level cap. So, if my Argents are OP for this fight, it certainly wasn't intentional. Okay, so, oh my god! Oh no! Alright, let's see if I can save myself. Nope. Oh, I did. Look at that. Wow. Well, that was my excitement for sure of the fight. Okay, so it looks like the flock can knock you off your bird. So that's good to know. My god. Okay, well, I don't know if my birds are still attacking it or if they're not rendered up there. I'm gonna go grab... I got a backup Pteranodon at my base. I'll go grab that real quick and get back up. Oh my goodness. Well, this live stream isn't going quite as planned, to say the least. Well, that's the risk with these live streams. You just never know, I guess. Saved myself again. God, I love the crossbow grappling hook. Oh, get off of me. Oh my god. This is by far the most ridiculous live stream I've ever had. I guess that's the consequence of not looking up a walkthrough and not knowing what the hell you're doing. And I would suppose it's the price that I'm paying for what seems to be OP Argents for the Titan fight. It seems to be. Again, I don't know if level 1500 is normal or if that is scaled correctly to my max wild dino level cap, which I hope it is. And this is only the this is the easiest boss fight. You know, this isn't alpha or anything like that. Willie Bow says, I'm a god? No way. I appreciate the sentiment, though. Alright, let's get my birds back. This is freaking ridiculous. Hopefully I don't fall off again. If I do, I'll have to try to James Bond my way out of it again. Okay, so I definitely don't want to get hit by the flock again, or whatever the hell happened. And I was never able to locate the nodes. I'll be doing another live stream where I will be taming it. But I think I'll save those live streams for the alphas. I don't want a bunch of crappy Titans laying around. There it goes. Tech generator, tech boots, tech railgun. Alright, guys. Well, that was flippin' easy. I think that was too easy. But regardless, even if... those are really cool looking. But regardless, I think that the Argents would work either way. Even if the Wild Max Dino level cap didn't scale correctly. Well, I'm super glad to have that tech generator blueprint. Alright, I think I got all my birds. Wow. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap of what just happened. Okay, so I ran the desert cave, and the enemies in the cave, the enemies all around the map, were definitely scaled correctly to the Max Wild Dino level cap. I don't think that the Titan did that. I think the Titan was kind of exempt from that code change. So again, if level 1500 is not normal, it was not my intent to cheat. I was hoping that would scale proportionately. But we ran the desert cave, and then we got to the pedestal. It was 100 corrupted hearts, 10 fire talons, and 10 Sarco skin, and the artifact of chaos. So nothing too crazy. The hardest thing out of those to find is probably the Sarco skin. Wyverns you can kill pretty easily, even with just a high-level bred Pteranodon. So I recommend just going to Gamepedia, the ARK Gamepedia, and looking up their spawn map and selecting Sarco, and that will kind of show you where they spawn. You know what that kind of looks like? That kind of looks like Alien from the Alien series. The mouth. Yeah, and then we got to the... Whoa, what are these things? Rocket pod ammo? A pod contains 16 swarm fire rockets. Oh, this must be for if you tame it? I don't know. I've never seen these before. But we got the trophy, so we're one step closer to fighting the King Titan. Woolly Bow says, I was playing on my server and I was with my tribe and I raided another tribe and my leader got mad and kicked me. So I wanted to ask you if you could help me revenge raid them. Oh man, I don't know if I've got time for that, Woolly Bow. I have been known to help players do that kind of stuff. Probably the best example is in StarCraft. I actually worked the first StarCraft. Yes, I'm that old. But I was really good at it, and I became the leader of a clan. The clan was called the Shadow Mafia. You know, I was young, but I worked my way up to the leader of the clan. And my clan members would go, and they would do battles against other players, other clans, and I would do my own battles. But if they lost, or if they dealt with a-holes, they would come and get me, and then they would have to play against me if they accepted the challenge. But yeah, no, I wish I could help you, man, but you know, it's just... Okay, so this is what my schedule looks like right now. Okay, I run Game Trailers HQ. Game Trailers HQ is a YouTube channel. Every day I visit over 80 YouTube websites, and I look for the newest trailers, and I curate them all onto Game Trailers HQ. So it's kind of like a news channel. Like, I try to help people stay on top of the latest video games. That's Game Trailer HQ's motto. So I run that channel. And then with the Havoc Gaming channel, I stream every night at 6. Tonight I got a little bit of a late start. I'm in college. My wife's making me go to college for the post 9/11 GI Bill. I'm a Navy veteran, so I actually get paid to go to college, so I'm doing that. My schedule's just crazy, but you know what, man? I appreciate that. Brent Amos, they're called xenomorphs. Yes, the aliens from the Alien series are in fact called xenomorphs. Thank you, old friend. But yeah, my schedule's just so crazy. I wish I could help you out though, Woolly Bow. Well, I guess that's it, you guys. That stream was much easier and much faster than I was anticipating. But while I'm here, let's take a quick look. So if anyone... I actually kind of had trouble finding out where to build the Tek replicator. If anyone was wondering that, it's you need to go to about 10 latitude, 45 longitude to the King Titan pedestal where you put it in the trophies and artifacts to spawn the King Titan. You go to that, and that's where you can craft the Tek generator. That actually wasn't a very easy answer for me to find. Alright, so let's see here, generator. Okay, nice. Does anybody in chat know what these rocket pods are for? I've never seen... Oh, ammunition for the mech rocket launcher, okay. And this is for the mech siege cannon. I think that's going to be my next ARK stream on Monday, is I'm going to build my first mech. So between now and then I'm going to have to run some element veins and get enough element to build the mech. And we'll go and do a stress test on that. I'll craft it, do a stress test on it, kind of give a quick review on what I think of the mech. And then again, like I said in the beginning of the live stream, quick PSA, this Saturday I'm going to be live streaming Anthem. There's a demo that's playable this weekend only until the game releases. I think the game releases, what, February 26th or something like that. So I'm going to be streaming that all day on Saturday. We're going to have many hours of streaming Anthem. So if that's a game that you're thinking about getting, or if you want to see what it's about, come by. I'm going to start streaming that at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So Willie Bose says, it's good. Just keep James bonding with your grappling hook. Oh, nice. I will. I will continue to do my best with that. And yeah, he said that those rockets are for the mech attachment. Yeah, you know, with these live streams, I have it set to normal latency. So by the time you hear my response to what you wrote, it's probably about a couple minutes. So anyway, hey, thank you guys for watching. And, you know, I guess I'm going to do some research and figure out if that Titan was supposed to be that easy to kill, or if my Argents were, in fact, OP for that fight. If they were OP for that fight, I'll figure out a way to do a legit stream for that. So, and now that I know what it's about, I didn't ever see any corrupted nodes. I guess I will look up a walkthrough now, and kind of get a better idea of the details about it. You know, for the first time I do things like that, I like it to be, like, my first experience. Like, I don't like to spoil it with walkthroughs or anything like that, so thanks for bearing with me. Anyway, hey, you guys have a nice night. Thank you so much for stopping in. I always appreciate it. The next, let's see here, today. So Thursday, Friday, the next 2 days are going to be Borderlands 2 at 6 o'clock p.m. Saturday is going to be Anthem. Sunday I have off. Monday we start the week again with ARK Survival Evolved. I'm going to be crafting the mech and testing it out at 6 o'clock on Monday. So, well, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping in, and we'll see you later.